guys did as well, or you wouldn't be here. We enjoy the in-person aspect, but it's also nice to be able to offer online to people who aren't able to make it. So welcome both the people I can see and the people on the camera back there. It's worth noting, just while I go ahead, that all our talks in all three rooms are recorded and streamed to our online participants. You can also access those streams via the Discord and YouTube links, which I'll get to in a moment in my opening. Everything will become publicly available sometime in the future, probably a matter of weeks, if not a few months, not 10 years. It'll all be available on YouTube, but for the moment, I would ask, please don't share those YouTube links, and I'm speaking probably more to the online attendees now. Don't share those YouTube links yet. The idea of having paid us good money to attend the conference is that you get that exclusive content for a while, so please don't do that. We are only here, and it's only possible to present this conference, due to our very generous sponsors. I'm just going to mention who they are. Our platinum sponsor, Thinkst Canary. Thinkst Canaries are deployed on networks in all 7 continents and are pretty widely loved. Thinkst people have been at the forefront of both offensive and defensive cybersecurity research for almost 2 decades and have presented research or indeed keynoted at most of the reputable conferences worldwide, including this one. Some of Thinkst chaps are with us today, so thank you, welcome to Thinkst, and thank you very much. Your very generous sponsorship has made an enormous difference for allowing us to get this conference going. Our gold sponsor this year is the South African Radio Astronomy Observatory. My apologies, I'm almost certainly going to mispronounce Sarayo. I don't know how you say it, but Sarayo is who I mean. The South African Radio Astronomy Observatory is a facility of the NRF and is responsible for managing all radio astronomy initiatives and facilities in South Africa, including the Meerkat Radio Telescope in Peru, which is probably the one most of us have heard of if you're not in that space. Sarayo also coordinates the African Very Long Baseline Interferometry Network for the 8 SIA partner countries in Africa, as well as South Africa's contribution to the infrastructure and the engineering planning for the other one you'll have heard of, the Square Kilometre Array Radio Telescope. We also have quite a lot of Sarayo employees with us today, so welcome. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. Also, while you are at the conference, Sarayo has set up a stand at the back of this room, and you can see it, we've got a television going behind us. Please visit them during the conference. Which are very interesting things to be learned there. Ooh, my apologies. That should have been up. Sorry. Oops. I'll give you a moment, because I should have had that up when I spoke about Sarayo. My apologies. That's the one I should have moved to when I reached to pick up my thing and realized it didn't say Sarayo. Oops, sorry. Our patron sponsor this year is AfroLabs. AfroLabs experimental software helps to design and create products for funded startups and to support their teams. They work with entrepreneurs who have great ideas and need a team to help them take their dreams from idea to market. They supplement existing technical teams with their range of skills from UX through various experience levels of developer, and they offer leadership in technical excellence. David, some of his colleagues are with us today. David, I didn't see you. I've lost track of where David is. There he is, back in the room. Thank you, David. Thank you for your sponsorship, as ever. We greatly appreciate it. Okay, we'll get there next, but I'll leave that up in the meantime. Your ticket does entitle you to take part in all the online activities as well, which we are coordinating on Discord. You'll see there's a QR code here for joining the Discord server. It's also printed out and attached to the reception desk at the back of the room. Basically, as you come out the lifts, you're most welcome to join the Discord channel. Our online participants are all using Discord to take part in the conference. You chat on Discord, you watch the talks on YouTube. They're exactly like it worked if you attended last year, or possibly the year before. Stream to YouTube, do your chatting and your interaction on Discord. You're most welcome to join the Discord and do interaction there as well. The other thing that we'd like to ask you to do on the Discord, if you take any pictures, and I see some people have already done so, why you want pictures of me is a deep mystery, but fair enough. People have already taken pictures of the venues and the layout we've got. If you do take any, there is a channel on that PyConZA Discord called #in-person pictures, in-person-pictures. Please share your pictures to that with us if you're willing to. Something that has just come up, I've just been asked if it's possible, if it would be permitted to video the conference for yourself. I would ask, please by all means, but please don't make it public until we make these recordings public. That specifically I was asked for the purpose of team building and sharing inside your own company. By all means, go ahead. Pictures, videos, take any media you wish, but please, as I say, don't make it public until we go public with each recording. It's only fair to both yourselves and our online attendees. On our schedule, we have reference to Talk Room 1, Talk Room 2, and Talk Room 3, because we really went all out on the imagination and kind of inventive naming this year.
We did change Talk Room 1 to Main Hall.
Oh, my apologies, Neil's corrected me. We did it more inventive. We changed Talk Room 1 to Main Hall. Main Hall, as you might have guessed, is the one you are in now. When the conference made reference to Talk Room 1 or Main Hall, this is it. Talk Room 2 is the one closest door over here. Other local talks presented by an in-person speaker will be in there. All local talks will be in here. Talk Room 3 is the one at the door behind you, next to the Soraya stand. The remote talks are presented in that room. Now, I do have a request, and I'm appealing, please. If you would like to take part in our conference in a very hands-on way, we would love some volunteers for a couple of things. We would love some volunteers to be MCs for one or more of our talks, where the MC basically introduces our speaker, makes sure questions are being spoken into microphones, nothing particularly complicated. We would also love some volunteers to do the screen PC driving, if you would be prepared to do that. It's mainly just a matter of making sure everything's working by looking at the screen, like we all do all day as software guys, and just make sure that everything is running smoothly. If you are happy to do either of those, we will have two quick, short briefings straight after the keynote. So the MC briefing will be in Talk Room 2, and my apologies, I've forgotten where the other one is. Talk Room 3 will be for the stream controllers. So if you are happy, if you'd like to get involved, and I really would encourage you, it's actually quite good fun. It's quite a nice way to get involved, and we greatly appreciate it. You may have noticed, if you recognize some of the organizers of the PyConZA, for various circumstances, we're a little thin on the ground this year. Quite a few of the organizers haven't been able to join us in person. They are online, but they're not able to make it, so we would appreciate any volunteers we can get. And on an additional volunteer question, again, because we're quite thin on the ground, another area we could really do with some help with, if you'd be happy to give us a hand. We're scheduled to close at 4 today. If you could spare us 30 minutes to an hour to give us a hand prepping the slave gifts, and you get a very funky, cool badge for attending this PyCon, we need to sort those out this afternoon. So if anybody who's got a little bit of time to spare us, please hang around straight afterwards, and we'll be doing it at the back of this room. Yes, an important point. Some people have already gone outside. The outside deck area is available at all times to us. The doors are not automatic, but they aren't locked. So you can just slide them open anytime you like, going out to the deck. Obviously, please do your smoking out there, not in here. This is South Africa. Please do your smoking out there if you smoke at all, and you're welcome to go out into the deck anytime you like, gaze at the ocean. Please keep an eye on the time. If you don't live in Durban, it's quite easy to stand gazing at the ocean for 20 minutes and think, oops, you missed the start of the talk. So it is a slight danger that half of our attendees will go out there and never come back. We do have lightning talks scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. Please submit talks via the website, za.pycon.org, which you must all have gone to have been here at all, under the Talks tab. If you are not familiar with what lightning talk means, it is a 5-minute presentation on anything Python or even vaguely Pythonish. 5 minutes is the maximum. You can talk for a minute, you can talk for 5, you can't talk for more. The idea is basically, it's an excellent way to get into talking, particularly if you'd love to give a talk at a conference, but prepping a 45-minute talk is terrifying, and I understand for many people it's a big leap. A lightning talk is a great way to come and tell us something you find interesting, something you think we'd be interested in. You can bring slides, you don't need slides, you can talk off the cuff, you can present a talk on almost anything vaguely Pythonish we love. Lightning talks are often ways at the conference that we learn all sorts of things that we would never have thought to look into because somebody else happens to know about it. So if there is something you know about, or something you find interesting, or something you think everyone would love to know, please submit a lightning talk. We would love to have a full session of lightning talks. We are not, however, unfortunately able to accept remote lightning talks because of the way our infrastructure is set up. But if you are a remote attendee and you would like to present a lightning talk, if you can find somebody who's here who's willing to coordinate with you to present your slides or your content in conjunction with you, that's perfect. And finally, and possibly most importantly, and I should perhaps have said this first, bathrooms. The bathrooms in this venue are straight behind you until you can go no further up those stairs, take a left until you can go no further. Men's bathroom is shortly before the end, and the ladies' bathroom is at the end of the room. Right, we're a little early, but I think that's fine. I think let us have enough waffle from me. I don't think anybody needs to hear anything more of what I've got to say. And let's roll straight into our keynote.